All right, it is December 23rd, and namely that means it is my 300th episode of this. Every show Joe says go, safely go, not go. All the stuff over the last 300 episodes. I've worn a lot of hats, so I figured I'd put a couple of them on. If you're wondering what the fuck is going on, and it took some effort. We got some Sonic Mario. We got the Luigi. We've got my old Cardinals hat. We've got also, of course, the anti-negativity helmet, right? And also I've worn various sunglasses, having fun, having a joy. Of course, we end up with this. And yeah, I even brought some of the props I've used over the years. I mean, there's also, well, we got a beach ball. We got a beach ball from Warped Tour. How about that? We've used that before. I mean, it's been a fun time doing this. It started as I just wanted people to find out about shows and bands that I fucking love and love to go out to. And it's definitely been very appreciative of everyone who continues to watch this. I realize the camera angle, once you remove the hats, is like... But yeah, so I very, very, very much so appreciate that. Trying to keep going through COVID of 2020, of it just appearing, and of course now going through long COVID, and this is at least still trying to keep this up so you guys have an idea of where to go and enjoy, and bands that I fucking recommend highly that you will enjoy. So I'm just happy to keep it going, and that we hit freaking 300. How about that? So yes, I think that's all I got for you. Of course, I also got some shows to tell you about and some live streams. So of course, let's safely go. Yes, welcome to another episode, number 300 of Every Show Joe Says Safely Go, where I always recommend masking up, being safe if you're going to be out there, because of course, a room full of masks will lower the spread of everything. The flu, fucking COVID still, all that stuff, because you don't want COVID, and you don't want long COVID, as I have had over fucking 5 months of. Apparently this is the episode I swear a lot. But yeah, and I had for an update, I had a doctor's appointment this week. We went over everything where she says she's adamant about still reading up and checking up on the latest research. And so there's nothing, we're going to try something rooted in the idea that maybe we can get some energy out of sleep apnea and some of its side effects. But otherwise it's like, I'm just waiting for this stuff to fucking go away, this chronic fatigue, this brain fog. You can check out the ABC 15 thing that I was on also. That's over on everyshowjoe.com. I put a link in the news feed, so you just scroll there, you can see it near the top. But yeah, please, if you can, mask. Please get vaccinated for flu, as I've seen even friends commenting on how horrible this year's flu has been. And for COVID, we had the Omicron variant version of the booster. I've got it. We did it as, once again, another way to try and see if it would get rid of my long COVID. So, but yeah, so please, let's make these spaces as inclusive and welcoming to everyone. And also it helps our touring bands who, otherwise, if they catch it, they either lose a member, more than one member, they have to put themselves up in either a hotel, cancel, postpone, all that stuff, which you've seen over the last 2 years. So please, this helps everyone. That's my plea. That's my soapbox. And hopefully we are taking care of one another. Also, as you can tell, because it was fucking war and all that stuff, I figured I'd get a little more festive. We're going to get festive. It is Festivus today, if you're watching this on the 23rd, so Festivus for the rest of us. Got you covered. I don't know if we can air grievances on this episode, though. We might hold that for off camera. But regardless, there's that. Also, it means this week's a little lighter, but we'll get into that. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe. Like this wherever you're watching it. But if you're watching on YouTube, also subscribe. That's one big ask for me. As those numbers go up, I get access to more features. That's how they seem to make YouTube work and a lot of modern sites. So, like ad revenue, that's the big one. So, please, if you can, subscribe on YouTube. Get notification when this goes live or any other content I post to the YouTube. Of course, also, other ways to support, you can always go to patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Even $1 a month helps me out. $5 a month, that's like buying me a beer a month. That kind of stuff helps me with web hosting costs of the website, and it helps me with gas and ticket costs when I'm able to get out there. Just trying to get out there. Anti-Flag put me on my couch for pretty much 3 days, so that as enjoyable as that was, that sucks. I have to choose how I'm going to sacrifice basically 4 days to go out through, and it's frustrating. Let's just say that. So yeah, patreon.com/everyshowjoe. You can help support me while I'm still fucking down and at least producing these videos and that kind of stuff. Also, yeah, everyshowjoe.com. I mentioned it before. You can go to everyshowjoe.com and check out some of that stuff, including the photos from Anti-Flag, with the Venomous Pinks, with We Are the Union, with the Limit Club. Also, pictures of AJJ and Veronica Everhart as that Zona Nights, the club shows they did for the Zona Fest, the first annual. Check out that stuff and my little wrap-ups, and hopefully enjoy that stuff. I'm very proud of all that, so go check that. Plus, the ABC 15 thing is linked in there, so you can go find that on the site. Plus, one other plug, of course. There's a store link. You can pick up an Every Show Joe shirt that supports by wearing it around. People be like, who the fuck is that? And they probably are still saying that, but they'll go to the website or they'll go check out the Instagram. It'll at least help me promote also. Plus, you're supporting, and gets me a little bit of money. And they're 15. They're now 15 now, so a little more there, affordable for you. I think rolling into other things that I like to always say at the top of these, of course, fuck racism, fuck homophobia, fuck transphobia, fuck sexism, fuck all the bullshit that dehumanizes people and others. They are all human rights. Trans rights are human rights. How do we want to say? Queer rights are, there we go, we got that. Queer rights are human rights. All this, it's crazy that there are people who want to belittle, and some of it's just ingrained in decades and over 100 years of shit. Like our law enforcement, some of those laws are rooted in racism. So, yeah, but one thing I like to plug is let's bring some positivity to the world. Let's do some positive things, even the small stuff. Get involved if you can, all that stuff. And I throw out there Black Lives Matter, BLM, PHX, Metro.org. You can get to the Phoenix section there. We also got PodarianAction.org. That's another really good one here to get involved with. Go on their website, see what they're doing, get involved. StopAAPIHate.org, Asian American Pacific Islander. Yes, there's also, how crazy and horrible parts of humanity are in this country. But ways to get involved. Yes, there. FirstNations.org for our Indigenous, our Native Americans. Those are some cool stuff to get involved with tackling racism. We also got TransEquality.org. That is the National Center for Transgender Equality. They are working on making laws for equal benefits and wages and everything for our trans friends. Also thrown out there in the same vein, Club Q with that atrocious shooting, and they have kind of stopped me in my tracks there. It's still unfathomable how just it sucks. That's the best way to put it. Their simplest way. But regardless, ways they want people to support is they threw out the Colorado Healing Fund. So if you go to coloradogives.org/donate/CO Healing Fund, you can go find that and donate for that. For some other stuff that's really cool that's involved with our punk scene and our local music scene, there's the Sidewalk Projects, thesidewalkproject.org. There is a Phoenix section get involved. They help with, if you got the vibe, the homeless, and they also against self-harm and all that kind of stuff. It's really, really cool. Also punkrocksaveslives.org. That, of course, Punk Rock Saves Lives. They do the bone marrow list. They work with mental health. They are there for you, trying to help. So throw that in, because we're in Arizona and we're still enforcing, so far, a territorial law from over 150 years ago, 20 years, who knows? We were a territory. That's how archaic this law is about reproductive rights, and that is bullshit. So, of course, I like to throw out the Abortion Fund of Arizona, abortionfundofaz.org. Go donate and support. Let's let everyone who needs it have access to reproductive information that they need. And yes, abortions, it helps. It saves lives. It's insane that people don't believe this. But yeah, so throw that. Of course, and then Project Hope. We'll end on projecthope.org as a way to go and donate to. They're supporting Puerto Rico with the hurricane rebuilding. They're supporting the Ukrainian citizens, all that stuff. So those are just ways to get involved. And of course, we might be like, I don't know, if somehow none of these cater, go find something that caters to things you want to do and go do it. Just bring some positivity somewhere to the world and someone's life, and it'll be awesome. Of course, back to the music, right? Of course, simply put, the way you go support your favorite musicians, because you're like, how do I? Especially if they might have maybe postpone their tour because they got COVID or whatever. The simplest, easy way to support your favorite musicians, of course, is buy the merch, buy the shirts, the CDs, buy physical. Go to Bandcamp.com, buy that First Fridays, and they give the whole cut to the artists. If you're choosing a day and you're gonna hold off, just make a list for it, right? Because it's cold out, you can get the hoodies, the sweaters, the things that I always forget what they're called because I live in Phoenix. Scarves. But yeah, get some winter clothes from them. Get some regular clothes. Get some regular shirts. It doesn't matter as long as you go and support them. Simple, easiest way. Also, I'd like to throw out NEVA, the National Independent Venue Association. NEVASSOC.org. Go support them. They are the ones that were set up in 2020 to help with representing the interests of your favorite independent venues, because there was no one there to represent, to tell Congress that we need help. So they formed, and they've been doing a good job. And you can go donate to their cause. And they also have an emergency fund that you can donate to and helps any venues that may need it. So, of course, that is the easy, simple ways. And, of course, the simple, fun way to do supporting is go support the bands as they're performing at the venues. You support the venues, support the bands, the musicians, all of it. Fucking good, right? Awesome. So let's get right into it. It is a little lighter, like I said there at the top, because it's the week between Christmas and New Year's, and I guess people are out of town or family. Why don't you bring your family to a show? Simple, right? I mean, some people do, actually. Regardless, I don't think everyone likes to do that, and that's unfortunate. But if you're able to have some time and you want to go catch some live music, here's some suggestions. Let's start tonight, Friday the 23rd. All times are Arizona time, which are Mountain Standard Time, because we don't do daylight savings, but no one's doing it right now. And, of course, that's more, hopefully, that I did the math right on the streams here. So we'll find out. But let's start here. We got the top. We got Black Mountain Moonshine playing the Joeys with Swain, with Ghost in a Willow over at Rebel Lounge. Oh, some of my favorite people. Some of the best bluegrass. Some of the best rockabilly. Definitely the Joeys up and coming there. Swain, which I don't know how they aren't bigger. Fucking go check them out. Some fucking good Celtic punk rock. And Ghost in a Willow with just some traditional like punk and folk music and awesomeness. But yeah, Rebel Lounge, 8 p.m. There's also Yule at the Yucca. We've got El Googly Diablo. We've got JJC and V, and we have Readout over Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. start for you there. And yes, we got 8-Bit Mammoth they're presenting the music of Cowboy Bebop can be performed, plus Mega Ran is on that bill, because of course he has to be there. He was part of that whole benefit comp that they did of the song back in 2020, I think. So really cool. He's going to be there. Crescent Ballroom starting at 7 p.m. We also got Misanthropics album release with Saint Breaker, with Kama Trophy, and Cthulhu with a K at the Underground at Nile, 7 p.m. Plus, looks like I was checking the Twitch. It's still on the calendar, so we're going to put them here. We got Scott Klopfstein, of course, of the Littlest Man Band, of once the Real Big Fish, always of his own stuff, and just always one of the best people you can meet and watch perform. Twitch.tv/Scott Klopfstein, 10 p.m. You can go tune in for his Twitch there with G. Scott, helping create one of the most positive environments of people you can hang out with while watching and put in requests. And then, yes, tomorrow, Christmas Eve, and as you expect, it's a very, very, very late day, but I've got someone who might be able to help you with some Christmas tunes. You can go check them out. It's called Los Posadas. The evening with Tatiana Crespo singing traditional holiday songs in English and Spanish over at Crescent Ballroom, 8 p.m. And it's free. So bring the family. There you go. There we go. We got a family event. Get those awesome burritos. I haven't touted those in a little while, right? Get my favorites, carne asada. I know a lot of you guys like the bean and cheese. And we can't underappreciate the tacos at Crescent Ballroom. So right there, you got Christmas Eve dinner covered and some Christmas music. Perfect, right? I put together your perfect music evening. We also got, of course, the Kepi Show. That one, of course, streaming usually around 10 a.m. on Arizona time over on his Facebook, the Kepi Guli, you might know. And also one of the most pleasant, happy people I'm so happy to always tell you about. But yeah, and just give him a follow, because I know he likes to stream randomly throughout the week, and you'll get notification when he does. Kevin Seconds is another one I'm going to throw out there. Go follow Kevin Seconds. He likes to randomly stream still, too. Sometimes do his art on this. Anyways, I'm sidetracking, but good people to follow on Facebook. And of course, Christmas, the 25th, this Sunday. Of course, found really no shows, but Bite Me Bambi has it on their Twitch calendar, so I'm going to mention it. They may not be, I totally understand, but go out to twitch.tv/Bite Me Bambi, 3 p.m. if you want a Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve stream. We'll go with Christmas Eve. But yeah, otherwise, it's a quiet day. Enjoy it. And then Monday, which a lot of us with day jobs, it seems we're all getting that day off, apparently. So you might have some time to watch this stream. We've got another Four-Eyed Horseman, the 3rd annual Boxing Day live stream. Who are the Four-Eyed Horsemen, you might say? Well, it's MC Frontalot, it's Mega Ran, it's Schaefer the Dark Lord, MC Lars, and, well, their guest. This one is OM-I? It's OHM-I. Oh my. It might be oh my. We might got it. If you go to the number 4eyed.square.site, that's where you can find tickets and find the stream. Starting at 3 p.m. our time. Of course, it's also the last day of Hanukkah and the first day of Kwanzaa, so hopefully you're out there enjoying your Hanukkah and the start of Kwanzaa if you support, or if you celebrate. There we go, that's the word. I use support so much that it just kind of supplants words in my verbatim. All right, let's roll it on Tuesday, though. If everything's back on schedule, we got Chris Murray doing his usual Blue Beat live stream over on his Facebook, 6 p.m. Got Scott Klopstein streaming over on his Twitch at 10 p.m. And if you're up early and you're looking for something to listen to while you work, well, we got Bite Me Bambi doing their music live stream, 9 a.m. You can wake up with them. Then Wednesday, we've got some live music coming back that I recommend. We've got Veronica Everhart with Slugbug with Popsicle Stick Airport. There we go. We got it. We nailed it. And TV Messages at the Rebel Lounge. And 7 p.m. start for you. That's a good name, though. Popsicle Stick Airport. So, I mean, right? You're gonna remember that, or you're gonna remember because I keep repeating it. Regardless, we also got some streams. We got the Recording Artist with Rose-Colored Eyes over on recordingartist.com. 7 p.m. We also got Scott Klopstein streaming usually 10 a.m. on Wednesday, so it's a morning stream. So make a note of that. And then Bite Me Bambi's got their other music stream over on their Twitch at 6:30 p.m. And then Thursday, we got a little more. Like I said, this is light, but we got some cool stuff for you. We got Metropolis Man with Shane Travis, with Daphne and the Glitches, and Summer in the Rain at the Rebel Lounge, 7:30 p.m. We got Ladies of Wax, Spin and Ska, Reggae, all that stuff on vinyl over at the Lost Leaf, 9 p.m. Plus, we also got Classless Act with Carol Pesey and the Honey Shakers and Mills End at the Valley Bar, 7:30 p.m. If you want to head out to those, all good options for you. And then Friday, it's light, but we're doing what Roger Klein does. It seems like every other year, he's like doing a little residency. And, well, he's doing first of 2 nights at Crescent Ballroom this year. Roger Klein and Peacemakers with the Vandaliers, 7 p.m. start for that one at Crescent Ballroom. But other options are Exploding Oranges, and it says guests, so I don't know who else is playing, but go check out that. Yucca Tap, 8 p.m., plus Scott Klopstein, always streaming on his Twitch at 10 p.m. Yes, so there you go. There's your Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's week, episode 300 too. So thank you again, everyone that watches these, especially for watching this and getting to the end and hearing this. Thank you. I appreciate you. Of course, everyshowjoe.com and patreon.com/everyshowjoe. There you go. Yeah, just throw those out there. Shameless plugs. But yeah, of course, these are all recommendations based on my music taste, and your music taste may vary. And they're also by what I can find. Sometimes things slip through the cracks because I can't find an event that was listed for them, or the venue doesn't have a website to track, so I'm just hoping I can find some of these. But regardless, if I find stuff, I'll try to throw it on here on everyshowjoe.com and also on the Facebook. I'll update those posts because there is a text list. I try to throw out the text list so you have that also handy. You don't have to keep watching this, but I appreciate it if you are watching this. Especially on Instagram. Love you. Man, I think that's all I got. So be safe. Have fun at the shows if you're celebrating holidays. And time with the family. All that fun stuff. And until, I guess, the New Year's. So I'll have all the New Year's shows I can think of. I'm already debating between 2 because we got Playboy Man Baby playing a mammoth of a show at Crescent. And then we got Left Alone playing a mammoth of the show also. And now and of course, I still have this stupid chronic fatigue, so I have no idea how. I know I can't manage the full night, so we're going to figure out which one I show up to and when I show up to, but I'm hoping to get out for New Year's, so there's some good news. And yeah, until next week in this wordy celebration of 300 episodes of doing Every Show Joe Says Go, And also, thank you, Tony from Dumpster Hunt, for the theme that you hear every week. Throw that out there, too. And we're going to figure out what I'm going to do for background, because, as you can tell, I cleaned up the CDs. I got a new shelf, and I organized them, so the stacks, that's where they went, if you're wondering. No, we're good. So, anyways, until next week, hopefully you guys have fun. Be safe out there. Please mask up. That's my plea. And have fun out there, and have a good holiday, even if you celebrate. And so, later.